Okay, here we go. This is ReadFreak7 again with part 2 of this tutorial. So I left off saying I'd place 22 items in this chest, or not 22, 20 items in this chest. So there are now 20 items in that chest, and that will cause this comparator to output into this comparator. So if this signal strength is greater than the signal strength this comparator is receiving, then this comparator will no longer output a signal. So make sure you don't put it on subtract mode. You want to leave it in its normal compare mode. So we'll put that there, and we'll put a torch on this block, and you can see that torch stays off, but if I activate this system over here, whenever that code happens, you can see that torch turns on whenever you get a pulse of these pistons. Then we're going to, I'll just use solid blocks for this part, and repeaters. So you want a repeater on 4 ticks, a block, a repeater on 4 ticks, a block, a repeater on 4 ticks, excuse me, a repeater on 4 ticks, and so on until you have 8 blocks. Keep in mind this is an 8-bit system. You could make this with less bits than 8. I've just done it with 8 in this instance, but you could do 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or any number. Just keep in mind that the number of outputs you can have exponentially increases with each bit you add. So if you have a 1 bit, there are only 2, obviously. If you have 2 bits, there are 4 outputs. 4 outputs. If you have 3 bits, there are 8 outputs, I think. Yeah, then 16 with 4 bits, and that number just doubles every time you add a bit. So there are 256 outputs for an 8-bit system. So that means 256 different contraptions you could activate with the system. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 8. Okay, now we want to put all the 4-tick repeaters in. Let me blow my nose. Okay. Now we're going to, so whatever combination you want, let's do 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, or we can just do, whoops. I'm actually going to do that. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and then you want a repeater coming out of every block you want to be a 0. Torch out of every 1 and a repeater out of every 0. Then you're going to place a line of redstone dust across the front, and we'll put a repeater coming out of that going into a torch, or a block with a torch. Let me figure out what I did over here really quick. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. So we're going to have our T flip-flop coming out of this system. Excuse me, sorry. And it's the same T flip-flop as before, just horizontal rather than vertical. Make sure you still block off each side of that stair. Let's get a water bucket and put it in here. And so each time this is activated, so how this T flip-flop works is it has a comparator coming out of it. Oh wait, I built this wrong, sorry. I had on the T flip-flop I had on the other system, this dropper was going out this direction, sorry. Excuse me. And then a comparator coming out that side, and there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either have 2 redstone dust going into whatever you want to trigger So that's the way I'll do it for simplicity's sake. But you can also, if you want to make the trigger right off of this comparator, so directly here instead, you can also put a comparator going into that with a chest, or a chest, come on, there, with a single stack or an unstackable item. Or actually, you might actually just be able to put a single item in. No, okay. Oh no, that is right. Okay. Let's see if I activate this T flip-flop really quickly. I can just delete that and put it back. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so maybe put a whole unstackable item in there. Why is that not working? Oh yeah, subtract. There, that's why. Make sure that is on subtract mode. So that's how I did it on the other system, but you could also just have 2 redstone dust coming out of this comparator, going into whatever your output is, because it will only power that second redstone dust if there is an unstackable item in here, like a water bucket. But when you power this guy again, it is just a normal bucket, which can stack to 16. So it only puts out 1 signal strength. So that's all for this video, I believe. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see y'all next time.